Ben with Shock Service LLC here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to adjust a JIC fitting and an ORB fitting, or an O-ring boss fitting. So the JIC fitting, also known as an AN fitting, is a strictly compression fitting. The ORB fitting has a lock nut with a washer and an O-ring behind it. They can both be adjusted with the shock pressurized or unpressurized on the vehicle or off the vehicle. When you're doing this, make sure that you're wearing safety glasses, as the shock, if it is pressurized, could squirt some oil out and get in your eye, so you want to avoid that. And as always, if any of this seems like it's outside of your capabilities, make sure that you ask a mechanic or a mechanical friend to help you out here. We'll start with the ORB fitting, as that one is relatively, I guess that's the easiest. You simply get a wrench on that nut, loosen it gently. You can rotate it all the way out. Now the hose rotates wherever you want it to go. Once you have it in position, you lock that up. So this fitting basically has three parts. It has a threaded section that's threaded into the shock. You have a washer with an O-ring as a seal, and then the jam nut that holds everything in place. For the JIC fitting, it's a compression fitting. So if you loosen this up too much, oil's going to start squirting out of there. So the goal here, or the main focus here, is to be very gentle and easy with it. So sometimes you can put a wrench on the fitting, you can clamp the shock body. In this particular case, it's pretty convenient because I can put the wrench on there and push my hand against the shock body. But the idea here, again, is to be very, very gentle and very slow. My other hand is on the reservoir hose to rotate it. So I'm going to loosen it up slowly. And now I'm putting a little bit of twist on that hose. If you watch this, you'll see when it starts to twist. And this shock is fully pressurized. There you go. We're going to rotate it wherever we want it to be. And then I'll lock it back down. Notice not a single drop of oil has come out of there. If you do get a little drip of oil coming out of it, don't worry about that. A drip or two is not a big deal. If you lose a tablespoon or two, again, I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but if you lose more than that, we'll want to measure the IFP depths and other things to see if we need to add shock oil back to that shock. But loosen it, rotate it, lock it back down. Also, as always check these nuts and these fittings upon install or upon service, or even after 10, 20,000 miles. Anytime that you do an oil change or do some service on them, get a wrench on here to make sure that they're tight, because over time, with handling, with movement, with shaking, they can loosen up a little bit if they're not tight to begin with. So make sure they're nice and snug. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or reach out to us. You can find us at shockservice.com. Sales@shockservice.com is the email. Thank you so much for watching.